And I'm like, why did you tell them that we've been together for 3 years? And y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm doing something a little different. As you can see by the title, I'm doing a story time on dating in my 20s. And let me just say, it's really the end of my 20s, because from like 19 to like 25, 26, I was in a relationship. And then, you know, once I got out of a relationship, I started dating. So I've been single for 2 years now. But let me tell y'all, I got some stories for y'all. And I'm going to start from when I started dating, from the time my breakup and until now. And I think it kind of fluctuates, to be honest. So it's like, it's bad, and then it's like, then it's bad, then it's like, and then it gets bad, and I'm done dating. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, so it's a story time. I just want to talk to y'all about this, and I want to tell y'all, like, dating in this generation is so hard. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to tell y'all if y'all got somebody to stick with them if you ain't happy, but if y'all can work through it, baby, because the struggle. But I just want to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my girls, y'all my ladies. So if you got a glass of wine, you know what? First of all, before I even get into the story time, y'all get y'all a glass of wine and let's do cheers. So I'll take a moment to pause. Cheers. Cheers to being single and being happy, because I am happy, baby. So first, I'm going to say, when I got out of my relationship, I did take some time to myself, but I only took, I didn't take enough. I'm gonna say enough. I didn't take enough time to myself. But so I started dating this guy, right? I probably was single for like 3 or 4 months. But after this situation, I kind of realized that I don't want to date. You know, like, coming from being in a relationship from 19 to 25 and then trying to date, you don't know. Like, honestly, I don't care what nobody say. I had no idea how bad it was out here. But I'm going to just say, so I met this guy at Walmart, right? I met him at Walmart. We exchanged numbers. He was cute, you know. And we dated for like a full month. Mind you, I never let him come to my place, ever. Never let him come over. And I don't like talking about this, and it actually took me a long time to talk about this. But I let him come over, and let's just say he tried to, I don't want to like say the words, but you can kind of get the hint. So basically, this man love bombed me. He kept like acting like he was really into me. Like, he really took it so far to the point where it's like, oh, I feel comfortable inviting you over. Let me tell y'all, we went grocery shopping together. We was out and about all the time together. I was really feeling him. I thought he was feeling me. He just wanted to get me in private, just me and him, so that and I told him, like I said, I'm gonna invite you over. We can kick it. We can watch a movie. You know what I'm saying? If whatever happens, it happens. But with him, he forced himself on me. That was the worst. This is probably like the worst I've experienced. And I really don't want to go into too many details, but I do want to say, you don't really know a person and you need to be careful. Like, us as women, we need to keep weapons. Like, yeah, we definitely do. I keep saying I'm going to take a gun class. I still haven't. But yeah, so after that, that's when I said, you know what, I'm gonna stay single. And I stayed single for a year. So I started back dating again. So I'm dating this guy. And we was dating probably a couple weeks, maybe. Not too much. But I already knew him. I do want to say this. I knew this guy, but I didn't know a lot about him. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those guys that was not on social media like that, but he was, you know. And I was cool hanging out with him. He never tried anything crazy. Like, we were cool. Like, we were mad cool or whatever. Why this man have a whole family? So, I'm going to say this. So, he came over. We hung out. We didn't do anything. We just chill. We had a good time. We vibed. We played a couple of games. Like, it was a vibe. Like, I had a good time with him. The next morning, I get a phone call at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I saw the number, but for some reason, I'm thinking it's probably a spam call. So I get on at work. I work from home. It's 8 o'clock. And I get the same number again, but it doesn't have spam call. I just assumed that's what it was when I had woke up. And I didn't even think to call the number back because I'm like, I don't know who this is. I don't really care to know who it is. So I answered it. I'm like, hello. She was like, do you know what's his name? I said, yes. You know, I do know who that is. And she's like, well, this is his girlfriend. And he has 2 kids. Oh, yeah. And he told me he didn't have children. So I'm like, I've known this man for a couple of years. I met him before he met the girl that he was with, but we had stopped talking. It won't on no stuff like that. We were just cool because I was in a relationship or whatever. And yeah, this man had children, a whole family. He lived with this woman. And I'm like, how did you do it? So I'm like, okay, I'm stepping back into the dating era, whatever, dating game, whatever you want to call it. And that happened. So then it's like guys that I've been dating that it's just in between or whatever, but I just wasn't really feeling them, or they wasn't really giving me the effort that I feel like I deserve. I'm not the type of person to settle, so that's why I'm still single now. And yeah, but anyway. So I met another guy. He kept going back and forth to his ex. I was like, oh my God, I cannot do this. I cannot. So that's when I said, let me take the time out to myself. Again, I did that for a little bit, but I was like, you know what? This guy kept wanting to take me out. I'm gonna let him take me out. So I just started going on dates. But let's get to fast forward to what just happened to me a couple of weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, to be exact. 2 weeks ago. And this guy, I met him on Instagram. So I met him online, I guess you could say. Not a dating app, but I met him online. And this man, let me sip. So he was so sweet. We FaceTime, we talked on the phone. He wanted to see me. So I was like, cool, you know, let's go on a date. So we go on a date or whatever. And I get there. No, let me go back. So he texts me like 2 days before we were supposed to link up or whatever. He was like, what are you doing on Tuesday? And I was like, I gotta work, but I'm free afterwards. And he was like, well, if you're free, be here at 7:45, whatever. I still got a message in my phone. I can put the text messages right here. So I was like, okay, cool. He was like, he put the location and everything, 7:45. So I was there at 7:45. We walk up or whatever. He come up, he has flowers. I give him a hug. He kisses me on my forehead. It's sweet. It's so sweet. So I'm like, oh, like, okay, finally somebody that's, you know, that's good for me. He was cute. He was black and Latino. So I was like, okay, he kind of cute. So then we get to the front, whatever, and he tells them his name. And they're like, we don't have a reservation. And then they're like, okay, we do. Never mind. I'm sorry, whatever. We went through the whole little process there. The lady's standing there, and I'm thinking she's talking to somebody else. So I don't know what's going on. It just went over my head, right? She was like, happy anniversary. I looked at her and I said, huh? And then she said it again. And then he was like, oh, thank you. Right? So then we go to the table. The table has all these roses up here. Mind you, this is the first time we've met. The first time. So I cannot make this up. I have all the receipts. I'm going to put pictures here. And I left a little card, the little happy anniversary card in the car. But so we get to the table. It's like rose petals on the table. It's a card that says happy anniversary. It's cute. Woo, whatever. So I still hadn't got a chance to ask him, why did they tell us happy anniversary? But let me tell you this. So the server comes to the table and she's like, hey, happy to have y'all here. Happy anniversary. How long have y'all been together? Why does man say 3 years? I wish I could have recorded him saying this, because if somebody was telling me this story, I don't know if I would believe it or not. This man said we have been together for 3 years. I cannot make this up. Right then and there, I started to get creeped out. But I didn't show him. I didn't show him. But it was a lot of people in there. Like, the restaurant was packed. So we was in a public area. So I was like, okay. I didn't even want to go to the bathroom, because I'm like, what if this man slips something in my glass of water? Whatever. So I'm sitting there, I'm playing it cool. I'm acting normal. I'm acting myself. I'm playing it cool. I'm like, no, I'm not going to act weird, because what if he tries something, But he's acting real normal. So then I asked him, and I'm like, why did you tell them that we've been together for 3 years? And he's like, oh, that's the first thing that came to my head. I said, Risa Tisa, huh? Risa Tisa done put me on game. That was a red flag, because that's a pathological liar. However you say it. I don't know. I said pathological. No, psychological liar. I said it wrong. My bad. But he's a psychological liar, because when I say he said this with a straight face, he was like, we've been together for 3 years. And then he said that's the first thing that came to his head. So then the second question I asked, I was like, why did you put it was our anniversary? This man said he put it was our anniversary because he had to put something. I'm not stupid. I've made a dinner reservations before. And you do not have to put anything. Like, you could just, people just go out to eat just to go out to eat. So why would you say you had to put it was our anniversary or birthday? He said those were the two options. I said, oh, okay. I ate my food, which was delicious. Oh, and let me tell you this too. This is one of the top, top steakhouse, like one of the best steakhouses in our location, like where we are. So I'm like, okay, let me get my food. And after this, I'm not talking to him no more. Y'all, I was sitting there like, let me block him while I'm sitting here. But I'm thinking, what if this nigga can see my phone? And he's like, oh, what are you doing? I said, oh, no, ma'am. I said, no, ma'am. I would not. And I repeat, I would not do that in front of him. I will wait until I get home to block him, because I don't want to be in this man's presence while he see me do something that he's like, oh, I noticed something weird. So we're leaving out and I'm looking like, okay, I hope some people's outside. But where the restaurant is, like, people be walking and stuff. So, okay, I didn't feel too creeped out. Which I'm thinking now I maybe should have told somebody, but I didn't. But anyway, he was like, can I walk you to the car? And I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, I parked a distance. My car was literally like 5 steps away. Because like where the restaurant was, it was like downtown. So like you had to like find a park. I know y'all probably know how it is like working downtown. But anyways, so I go to my, like, I see him walk away, he give me a hug, whatever. I got the flowers. I'm thinking, what if something's in these flowers? Like, I'm just thinking, because you can never think like this can never happen to me. You can never think that. So I get in my car and I dip out and I look and I see him. But when I look at him, he has his head down looking like he's not like looking at me. He's not trying to figure out what I'm driving or anything. But also I feel like he did see me. So when I get home, I call my cousin and I'm like telling her the story, whatever. So I wasn't even thinking about it, but we went, like we got on FaceTime and she screen shared her phone. I mean, she screen shared and she pulled up the restaurant. The restaurant did not have nothing about anniversary or birthday on it. You did had to type something in it. Right then and there, I'm sitting in my car and I'm freaked out. Like I'm freaking out. Like I get the chills. I'm scared. And I'm at home. By this point, I'm at home and I'm like, oh my God, like, because it's like, you just never know what somebody is capable of doing. And like I said, you can never think that it won't happen to you, because it will. Like, us as women, it's scary out here. Like, I am at the age now where I would love to travel by myself. I'm not doing it. And I know people say don't live in fear, but baby, I done been through some crazy stuff with men. And I refuse to put myself in another bad situation. So I say, you know what? I'm glad that happened, because now I'm about to put all of this energy that I had when I was dating into like doing my YouTube and my TikTok and my work. And, you know, and trying like moving. I plan on moving in a couple of months. So right now, that's what I'm focused on. So I'm going to be dropping bangers. And I mean that. I know I said it in other videos, but I mean that. But I do also want to say, for the younger girls that's looking at this video, y'all need to be safe. If you're dating somebody, make sure you send your location. Oh yeah, that's another thing I did. Like, people had my location while I was there. And I also told my guy cousin, like, I'm here. If I send you an emoji or a text, like, come my way. He had my location. So you just got to play it safe. And I understand a lot of people don't have like family or friends that they can do that with. So keep weapons on you. Like, if anything, if you don't feel comfortable, like in the situation that I was in, if you don't feel comfortable, tell somebody. Just, I mean, I know it's like, you know, you be thinking like, oh, I don't know what to do. But really, you got to play it cool. Like, you cannot show any type of, what's the word? You cannot show weakness. That's the word I'm looking for. You cannot show weakness to a man, especially if he's trying something. And I don't know what that man was trying. Maybe he was just a liar. He wasn't going to do anything to me. He didn't seem like that type of guy, but that's how it be. Because just like what happened to me as soon as I got out of my relationship, when that man took advantage of me, yeah, this could have happened to me again. It could have happened to me again. And I refuse to, you know, let anything like that happen to me again. Ever since that happened, I'm very cautious of who I date. I let people know where I'm at. Like, even my mom, like, I know a lot of people's like, I don't want to tell nobody where I'm at. No, if you don't know this man, if you don't know nothing about him, you ain't get hooked up with him, nothing, you need to let somebody know where you're going. I'm sorry. If you have a neighbor that you know, you need to talk to them. I just hate that us as women, we have to go through things like that. It really sucks for us. But yeah, so I just really want to talk to y'all, and I hope y'all really enjoy this video, because I want to do other story times, like more story times. I'm also going to be dropping a video soon on things that I've learned in my 20s. And dating is one of like it's a lot of stuff that I've learned about men since I've been dating. And yeah, so if y'all want me to do like a breakup video, story time on my breakup, you know, because I was in a long-term relationship, that's a good story I can tell too. But yeah, I just want ladies out there to just be safe and be careful. Like, watch your surroundings, and yeah, like, just make sure you be safe. That's all I can say, because it's crazy out here, and I just hate it for us as women. I really do. But thank you guys. If you made it this far, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.